Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are staying down on the floor for this Pilates routine that totally targets the abs and the arms. So if you want to get super ready for spring and sun's out, guns out time, all you will need is a set of light hand weights and your mat. So go ahead, roll it out, and let's get started. All right, we're going to get started in just a second, but really quickly before we begin, if you guys are a fan of my videos and you've been doing them for a while and want to try something a little bit different, I am partnering now with Elite Fitness. So if you go to the link down below, which will just be elitefitforyou.com/fresh-fitness, you can get real-time feedback on how you're doing with these workouts. So corrections, how good your form is, all that kind of stuff. So really cool feature. If you want to use that, I will leave the link down below and go ahead and check it out. With that being said, we're gonna get straight on into it, and that means straight on into planks, because what would an ab and arms routine be without a whole lot of planking? So pull up into plank, pull up into position. All right, starting nice and simple, just to give everything a little stretch out, back to downward dog, forward to plank. So shoulders just stacking straight over wrists. We've done these lots of times if you've been working out with me for a while. I just love this one. It opens everything up. It works the core, sets the posture, and it's a nice little bit of inversion. So if you're a little bit sleepy, it's just a nice little wake up. So we're ready to go. Do just a couple more there. And last one, stay in your plank, and we're just gonna do a windshield wiper. So I want you to bring right knee over toward the left elbow, take it to right elbow, back to left, back to right, left, right, left, right. If you can touch all the way, of course, do it. Try to keep the knee high. That's why I said elbow. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to keep that knee just in the center. You're gonna touch knee to floor, pull up. So shoulders stay over the wrists here. It's not back to downward dog again. You're just pulling that knee straight up into the chest. Big push out of the shoulders. So arms and abs. Here we go. There's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step back. Take a quick downward dog there. I'll give you a quick moment, and then we're gonna do that on the other side. So perfect position here. Left knee toward right elbow. Touch it to left, back to right, and left, right, left, right, left. And it is possible that your range will be slightly different in the two sides. That can happen. Here's 2, and 1. Keep the knee in, touch knee to floor, pull straight up. Touch down, pull up. Woo, these are a doozy. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to downward dog. Hoo-wee. And then from there, shift forward to plank. Just hold that plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Quick child's pose. So our two target areas should be feeling warm. They should be feeling ready to go. Woo. Give the shoulders a little shake out. Oh, I just had a massive pop in my shoulder. That felt amazing. I feel ready to start the day. Nice. All right, and we're gonna flip it over. So grab one of your weights here, just one, and come all the way down onto your back. So feet are planted about hip distance apart. Same with the knees. You'll grab the weight between both hands, and we're just gonna do a little crunch here. So just over the knees, release. Exhale, a little crunch, release. So it's not a full roll up just yet. It's just that little crunch. Keep the feet planted. If they're lifting slightly, just walk them a little bit farther out from you. And I'm gonna say right now, I'm sorry if you guys came today to see the cats, because the cats are asleep. They look like they're not gonna be making an appearance. Leo is in my closet, and when he goes in the closet, that's like, he's in the closet all day. Like, I will not see him all day. We're not gonna see him for filming, I can pretty much guarantee it. So, sad times if you came to see the cats and just got me instead. My apologies. I did not mean to trick you. Do a few more here. And last one, and you're gonna stay up and pulse it. And some exciting news for you guys if you've been with me for a while and seen all of the antics of Leo and Luna. Leo and Luna are getting a sister, so in a few weeks, there's gonna be a third making lots of appearances in my videos. And she's a kitten, so she's probably gonna be making all kinds of appearances and it'll probably be a lot of chaos. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you wanna see that, subscribe. Subscribe for lots of kitten chaos. All right, weight into one hand. You're gonna stay in a crunch position and you're just gonna do a little pass here. So lower back stays down, just passing that weight in a little figure 8, marching it out, staying high in that crunch position, navel pushing down. If you feel like, oh, I'm not really feeling my abs so much, lift a little bit higher into that crunch. It's on you. You gotta make it happen. So yes, in a few weeks, I will introduce you all to Kitten. Kitten has not come to stay with us yet. She's still experiencing her kitten times with her kitten siblings. And go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring it down. So basically the same thing, but elevated, literally. Knees are gonna come into tabletop position. So remember, that means they stop just over the hips here. So don't pull them in too far, just over the hips. Weight between the hands, just as it was for that first one. And you're gonna crunch and release. Exhale, crunch, inhale, release. The weight does actually help in a way. You're like, no, it doesn't. It does, a little bit. It helps kind of pull you up, but it also adds resistance. If you've never added weights to your ab workouts, I do recommend it. So especially if like you start to plateau with abs, and I feel like more than with any other part, I really hit plateaus with abs where I'm like, it honestly doesn't feel like I did that much. Add some weights, and that'll help pull you out of those plateaus. Do one more here, and again, we're just gonna pulse, and pulse, and pulse. Remember to breathe. Go for 5. Here's 2. And 1. Good. And then again, same thing here. A little bit quicker though, so you're just going to be switching legs, switching legs. Keep pressing lower back down. Do not let it lift up off the floor, or else you're just going to feel a lot of lower back and none of the abs. So again, it is up to you to squeeze the abs as tight as you possibly can to make it happen. To make it happen. And give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. We're still just holding on to that single weight. Knees can come back in. You're actually going to draw the knees past the hips this time because we're going to crunch more toward the ankles. So you're just like hugging it all in. And then we're going to extend. So weights will go a little bit overhead, not too far. Tuck in, double crunch, extend. Keep the lower back down on the floor. So you could go lower with the legs though, that's gonna be a little bit harder. Option is yours. Or you can go a little bit higher than this to keep it a little bit more supported. So see how the abs are feeling. If they came to play, bring it down low. Hopefully starting to get a burn in the abs. And by starting, I mean starting. We got a ways. We got quite a bit. A few more here. And last one. And then we're gonna do same weight pass here, but we're gonna bicycle the legs. So all the way extended. Make sure that you are not cheating it and just doing like a little It's a full extension each time. You gotta hit that full extension. That is important. We're still in that nice lifted crunch position. Passing, passing, passing. Remembering to breathe. Yes, of course. Always. And give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Woohoo! Release. Okay. We're gonna take a break from abs for a second. Well, as much as we ever do. We don't ever really break from abs, to be fair. But we're gonna hit some triceps. So go ahead, rock it all the way up here. Ah, there we go. We're gonna flip around. So coming onto the knees, grab that second weight as well. I'm gonna time these because if I don't use a timer, I typically go over. My time estimations are pretty good, but they're not perfect, and usually I go over. So just to protect you guys, I'm gonna use an actual timer here. Before I start up, I'm gonna show you the first move. So knees are hip distance apart. You're bending at the knees, also folding forward at the hips. Now the more you fold forward there, the harder it's going to be. I would say, definitely don't go like all the way down there. You want to be able to keep the chest lifted. So if you had a mirror in front of you, you should be still seeing your chest in that mirror. So still folding at the hips, engage the glutes. We're gonna squeeze the elbows up by the side, and you're gonna go for a tricep kickback there. So that's it, just basic tricep kickback. And then we're gonna play around with it in some fun ways. But the base move, the home base, is always gonna be that tricep kickback. So we're gonna come back to that again and again, yeah? All right, get ready in that position, and let's start with those kickbacks. So extend, bend in, exhale, extend, inhale, bend. So I said abs get a break, but this is when I was like, no, they don't really actually, because you are definitely still going to be engaging the abs on this one. So squeeze them nice and tight. You're supporting there, because otherwise if the abs are not engaged, again, this is when you're gonna feel it in the back. So keep nice straight lines there. So from tailbone through the crown of the head, make sure you're not dipping chin to chest either. So gaze will be slightly ahead of you. Arms are nice and narrow. Sun's out, guns out. It's that time of year. My favorite time of year. Actually, I'm hoping to do a little sunbathing today out on our patio, but we'll see. Because the one day where I was like, oh yes, I have time, it's cloudy. Keep arms long, and you're just gonna do a straight pulse down. So this is where I said there are gonna be some fun surprises. So abs really, really tight. This is just gonna be a 30-second move. Don't worry, we're not here for a full minute. That would be insane. No, I mean, one day we might do that. But a minute is a long time there, especially because we're gonna be doing high reps of those tricep kickbacks. Few more seconds here. Here's 3, 2, 1. Back to the tricep kickback. So inhale, bend, exhale, extend. These are just gonna feel heavier and heavier. So we always wanna hold for a second just at the end of it. I always say just as if someone was taking your photo. So just to show the position, right? So it's not just like an extend, release, extend, release. We want to extend, hold, release. That's the fun part anyway. Oh, well, I've got you guys here.
I haven't talked about any television series in a while. That's because I'm in kind of a rut of like television. Yeah, I think the last maybe you would have heard was when I was watching Nashville. I finished Nashville a while ago. And basically like haven't felt super inspired by anything since then. I did finish The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix. Hold this one, and then you're gonna squeeze palms in toward each other. Do not hit yourself in the butt with those weights. Make sure you're keeping it high. And again, if you need to modify, you can come up a little higher, push the arms a little farther back. So you won't get as much resistance from gravity that way. Yes, I did finish The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix. I mean, that show is mega weird, but I was into it. I did like it. The ending, I don't know. I think there were a lot of complaints about the ending, which I do understand. Back to tricep kickbacks. Last round here, bend in, extend. Yeah, I do understand the complaints about the ending of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, but I don't know. I was like, I guess it works. It's not my favorite ending ever, and like it wasn't that surprising, I thought, but I don't know if you watched it. Let me know what you thought of the ending. Did really like that show overall though. Even though I had a hard time like watching it while eating dinner, because there was just like, some of it was just like weirdly gruesome. I mean, it's Netflix, so it's not like, I don't know, it's not like HBO gruesome, for example, but it was kind of like, parts of it were gross, you know? Anyway, if anyone's got any recommendations, keep this nice and long, and you do a little shrug, push, push. So it's just a little bend of the elbows, push, push. How are the triceps feeling? Shoulders as well. Make sure you're keeping the shoulder blades squeezed together. We don't want the shoulders dipping forward. If the shoulders are dipping forward, you're gonna feel it in the neck, which is undesirable, obviously. Woo! I'm burning. I'm trying to stay down low here to really push it. Last one there. Ah, release. Okay. Release one of those weights again. There we go. We're gonna flip it back around. Actually, let's just give the arms a quick little stretch there. Whew, take the hands behind the back. Little chest expansion. Bring one hand between shoulder blades. Press down. Feeling those triceps. Switch sides. Hello. Okay, then grab that weight. We've got more to do here. So knees are bent, feet planted, hip distance apart. As usual, slowly roll back down. So wherever your feet were when you just rolled down, ideally leave them there. We can adjust as we need to, but ideally leave them there. Keep the knees tracking straight forward. Don't let the knees come together. Don't let them drop apart. Neither of those things, they stay straight there. So weight between the hands. You're gonna do a full roll up. You can just go past the knees and then slow roll down. If on that roll, your feet did lift and you had to use a little bit of momentum to get up, step the feet a little bit farther away from you. On the other hand, if you feel like doing a little bit more of a challenge, you could bring the feet in closer as long as they stay down. So yeah, you can always play with that. There are ways to adjust. That's the thing that I love about so many of these exercises. You can really adjust them to your level. And then of course, keep in mind that your level should always be changing, improving. So if you start at like the easiest variety and then you're like, well, this is what I've always done, I've always stayed here. If you're doing what you've always done, then nothing is going to change. So just keep that in mind and make sure that you are also advancing your level as you advance. Best way to break through any plateaus. We'll do one more here. And stay up at the top. Now bring the feet together, knees together. You can step the feet out a little bit farther because you're gonna take a little mini tilt back. You can just hold the weight there in front of the chest. Just make sure you're not hunched forward again. So chest is nice and lifted. We're gonna just touch out the right leg, bring it back in. That's it. Out and in. Keeping a really long spine there, so tailbone through the crown of the head, and then focus on that feeling in the lower abs, pulling that leg in. So that's what we want to use. More than the hip, more than the quad, more than anything. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now I want you to keep that leg out long, tilt back even a little bit more, and you're just going to crunch up toward it. So straight leg lift, little crunch, little crunch. Again, focus on keeping a nice long torso there. Tailbone stays grounded. Whee. And go for 4. Lead with the chest. 3, 2, and 1. And release. Real quickly, just drop the knees open to the side. Let that hip have a little release. We'll do the same thing on the left side. So, adjust there. Hold that weight close to the chest. Again, scoop the chest up and through so you're never rounding back, side face. Left leg goes long, touch in, out, and in. Squeeze the lower abs tight, shoulders down back. Woo. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more extension, little crunch, and crunch. Control it. Again, try to pause just for a split second at the top just to show the position. And here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring it in and do one extremely slow roll. Back down. And one more back up. So we're gonna get back into another little arm series there. So again, you can take, well this one you can take actually any comfortable seated position. I usually like to just come onto my heels here because I find I can stay nice and long there. So find a position where you're not going to be leaning back or forward. You're going to be super straight all the way up. Grab your weights. Again, I'm going to time it so that I don't try to deceive you. And we're going to do an Arnold press. So you're going to come in for a chest press, open, shoulder press. That's the move. So it's a combo move. Again, it's going to be a full minute of those, and then a few little 30-second surprises sprinkled in. All right, so set up in that goal post position and go ahead and get started. So we wrap in, open, up, down. As you do that shoulder press, make sure you're not doing what I call the yee-haw back. So you're not arching the back, you're not leaning away from it. Abs stay tight, you're keeping that nice straight line, tailbone through the crown of the head. Just staying nice and tall. I love this one as a combo move. Yes, yes, sun's out, guns out. Is it warm enough to do sun's out, guns out yet where you are? Madrid is borderline, I don't know. It's been a long-ish winter this year, I think. Because I do feel like there should have been more days of like arms out by this point, but it is coming. So I'm like, oh well, there's just a little bit more time to prepare this year. Working the arms, last one there, and I'm going to stay in this little goalpost, little tiny pulses here. Try not to let anything else move. So it's not like a whole body like woohoo, it's just that little motion there. Everything else is super, super still. Again, this is only 30 seconds. And then we're back into those Arnold presses. Those are gonna get heavy. Make no mistake, they're gonna get heavy. So if you have like even a lighter set of weights, last one there, wrap it in, we're back to these ones. I'm using 1.5 kilos, which is about 3 pounds. And I would say for the amount of reps we're doing, that is about right.
because we were going, super high rep. If we were just doing maybe like 15 reps instead of a full minute, which is probably a little bit more, you could probably go a little bit heavier with the weights here. But for our purposes, with that fine toning here, light weights are fine. So yeah, you could even go a little bit lighter than this. If you are struggling to complete those reps with correct form, just get rid of the weights altogether. Keep doing that same motion with the arms. Maybe take a break. Maybe come back into the weights. Maybe grab a couple of cans. If you have like some canned foods at home, just make sure that you're grabbing the same size can in both hands. Last one there. Bring it here again. You're gonna give me a little tiny circle back. So just at the shoulders again. Nothing else is moving. Keep those high. It's not down here. It's not the sad circle down there. We're keeping it high and supported. And can you believe that we still have one more round of those Arnold presses? It actually makes me a little bit sad, to be honest. To be honest, I'm feeling at my fill of Arnold presses, but we're gonna do one more round. Here we go. So in, open, press up, down. In, open, press up, down. Whew. You can always slow it down if you need to, so keep it going. You can see I'm slowing it down a little bit just to maintain that form. So form above all else. It's not a speed routine. Unless I'm doing like an explicit cardio routine, most of the time speed is not the goal. So just keep that in mind. Better to do slow and controlled, especially for strength building, especially for abs actually, as well. You are here, oh my God. You can see that I'm getting a little shaky, but we're gonna make it. Yes, we can, we got it, we got it, we got it. Whoo, last one there. And then I am honestly really sorry about this. You're gonna rotate, so palms are in line with the shoulders, back up. Little rotate, back up. Rotate, lift. Again, this one we're only here for 30 seconds, so actually we're already over halfway. We're already in the home stretch. That's the good news. One more here. Oh, praise. There we go. Oh, we made it through those. Okay. Let's get the nasty, evil timer out of there. Weights can both just go to the side. Again, just give the shoulders a little roll out. Let's take a quick stretch there. Cross one arm in front of the chest. We'll kind of stretch it a little bit as we go through. We're gonna be back into some more abs next. And then our finale is gonna be kind of similar, kind of bookending this workout. So that's a big hint, kind of similar to where we started, where it's gonna be a combo, upper body and abs. That's the name of the game. Hands here at the base of the spine, press back. Oh, chest expansion. Hello. Oh, love, 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 love. Okay, release. let's not take too much of a break there. We'll never get started up again. Okay, so come all the way back down. Head, neck, and shoulders are just flat here. Knees into tabletop. So single leg here. And keep in mind, if you need a little support, you can always bring hands underneath tailbone. Single leg, we're just going to lower the right toes toward the floor. Extend, lift, back to tabletop. Repeating that same side. So it's a lower, extend, lift, table. Nice and slow. Lower, extend, lift, table. So when we go down before taking that extension, it is going to make it really hard to keep the tailbone and lower back pressing into the floor, but that is exactly what you need to do. So that's where you're going to focus your energy. Stay pressing down there. A few more here. Here's 4 and 3, 2, last one. And we'll do same thing with the left leg. So it's down, out, lift, table, down, out, lift, table.
I always like to keep my hands under my head. One, because if I don't, my hair just like does crazy things on the mat. Like it'll be a hot mess when I sit up. I also actually like it because it helps stay open through the chest and it presses shoulders down. So I like it as that option, and it's like a nice little cushion. You feel like you're just looking up at the ceiling. If you were outside, you could be looking up at the sky, looking up at the clouds. Couple more here. And last one. Good. Give it a quick rest there because we're gonna double that. So same exact thing. It's gonna be a lot harder with 2 legs. Just, let it be known. So if you want to modify that, basically you won't drop quite as low before taking that extension. You can just do like a little tilt, extend, lift, back in. Okay, so the bigger that motion is, the harder the move is going to be. So go as hard as you can, as always, while keeping lower back down, so maintaining the form. Here we go. So it's a drop, reach, lift, table. Drop, reach, lift, table. Drop, reach, lift, table. There's something kind of soothing about these. Something about the shape. It's like putting me in a trance, making this shape. Hypnotizing. Three more. That's Luna in the background. Guess she's gonna be part of it. Luna's allergies are back. Last one here. And in. Give the knees a quick hug. Yeah, Luna had allergies early autumn. That was pretty bad. And then winter she was totally fine because basically she wasn't going outside. And now that's warmer again, she's back out on the patio and she's very allergic to something. And I don't know what that is. Okay, final thing here. You're gonna extend legs out long. So you're used to maybe a double leg lift. We do that one a lot, right? We're gonna do a half double leg lift, which sounds easier, but is in fact harder. So you're gonna extend out diagonal. You're not gonna get to come all the way up. You're gonna go to a higher diagonal, lower diagonal. Yeah, join with me. Higher diagonal, lower diagonal. Higher, lower. Keep lower back down. If you need hands underneath the tailbone, do that. You can always have a bend in the knees here as well. So this is also okay as a modification. But just make sure, again, don't over modify. I feel like sometimes modification is like a ticket to like not go all the way. Again, if you're just starting out and you need to modify, absolutely modify. That's what it's for. But if you've been doing these for a long time and you've got those modifications down, you gotta advance it at some point. Give me 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees in. Woo, woo, woo. And we're just gonna rock it all the way up and get into our finale. Just like that, we're already here. So flip it around. Did you guess when I said bookend that, where did we start? Planks. Where are we finishing? Planks. There it is. That's the answer. We're gonna finish with a forearm plank though. So I do want you to bring hands together. Sometimes I know some of you guys may prefer separating the hands, and that is better in some ways, but for this move, it's just gonna work easier if the hands are together. You could do this from the knees, so if you wanna modify the knees, that is totally fine. Just make sure that you're not all the way up here, because that's not a plank, to be clear. It's not a plank. So either knees or toes, you're gonna do a little shift forward on a diagonal. I'm bringing right shoulder toward hands, woo, press it back. And we're gonna alternate, so then it'll be left. We're gonna do 10 of those. So I'm gonna start us all at the same time. If you've tried one out, now you know what's happening. Press up into your plank, and we're starting in 3, 2, 1. So it's right and back, left, back. You don't necessarily have to make contact, right, back, but you're moving in that direction. Left, back, right, left. It's a lot for the shoulders, so yeah, you can always go to the knees. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay in that plank. Back to dolphin. So just piking the butt up, push heels down toward the floor, shift forward to plank again. Keep going there. Exhale, back to dolphin. Nice flat back. Whew. It's a nice one to finish with as well because it's a stretch at the same time as it is a strength exercise. What fun. Multitasking. A little bit annoying if your elbows are sliding out, which mine are. Abs stay tight. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. And of course, we're gonna hold that plank. So hold it here, abs in super tight, squeeze the butt. Keep the shoulders over the elbows. You don't want to be piped up really high there. Should just be a nice long line. And hold it for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Child's pose. Woohoo! Oh, again, you can take a little rock side to side there. Might, if you're really lucky, get a nice little pop in the shoulder. I was lucky once. I was lucky at the start. Doesn't happen twice. And then come to hands and knees here. So nice neutral spine. We'll take a cat-cow. So inhale, hollow. Draw the chest forward and through. Exhale, round. Tuck in. Again, inhale, hollow. And just a reminder, if you guys enjoyed this workout, but you're like, oh, I'm not sure if I was doing it really correctly, if you want some feedback as you're going about it, again, I will have linked down below my channel at Elite Fit, which will give you some feedback on how you're doing with my workouts, with this one and with other ones too. So good little tool. Go ahead and sit back onto the heels. Press arms out wide. Ooh, hello. Bring the fingertips together. Push out away from you. Take the hands behind. Again, we'll do that. If you want to take a little forward fold there, you can. Just letting the hands drop over the head. And bring it back up. Give it just a little shake out. There we go. We made it through. So a whole lot of abs and arms. Yes, getting summer ready, sun's out, guns out. So I hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, of course, let me know by hitting that like button down below. If you want to see more workouts, lots of bar, lots of Pilates, of course, hit subscribe because we are getting summer ready. It's happening. It's getting warmer little by little. We're going to get there. So be sure that you are subscribed to catch all the fun stuff. And if you have any special requests for workouts that you'd like to see, let me know down below in the comments. I'll see you guys back here for the next one. Bye.